Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
I'm so happy you're here. I'm so glad to see you. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Do you have any big plans for the weekend?
No, I'm just excited to go home and see my family.
Yeah. Who are you going to be seeing besides your brother Jack?
I think we're gonna go to my aunt's house, my mom's sister, and then I won't be seeing my dad, unfortunately. But at my aunt's house, I think my uncle will be there too, and then all my cousins, and then like my aunt's husband's family will be there too. So tons and tons of people.
Didn't you say you were pretty close with your extended family?
Yeah, especially on my mom's
Your
side.
mom's side.
So I'm really excited to see them.
That's awesome. Well, I hope you have a great weekend. Before we get started, last week or in the past couple of sessions, we've been talking about how you've been having some grieving issues with your mother, some low self-confidence, and some kind of hidden anger towards your father. Am I right?
Yeah.
So what I want to do today is kind of maybe set some goals that we can achieve or start achieving, the road to achieving them. What would you say out of those things that I mentioned, which is causing you the most stress?
Probably the anger towards my father.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he's the only parent I have right now, and I'm just, like, really frustrated with him.
Yeah, I understand. That's totally understandable. Can you tell me, when did you start feeling like this anger towards your father?
Probably when he started dating, his girlfriend, and, like I said, they were dating when my mom was still alive and sick.
I remember that.
And so, that was, like, really hard for me to deal with, and so I think once he started doing that, because, like, my parents weren't separated or anything like that, it was really frustrating.
Yeah, so you're saying that you think the anger is coming from when you feel like your father kind of gave up on your mother?
Yeah,
okay.
He pretty much abandoned her, and I felt like he abandoned our family as well, because it was me and my brother, like, taking care of my mom, and, like, obviously a nurse and stuff, but, like, he was off with his girlfriend, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Tell me more about how you feel like he abandoned you.
Well, it's just, we would always, like, do stuff together as a family, because, like, it was probably the last time that we were doing it as a family, and so eventually, like, when my dad got this girlfriend, he didn't tell our family, but we could tell, like, something was going on, because he was constantly gone, constantly doing something else, and it was just me and my brother, and it was, like, hard to not have him around. Like, we weren't a family anymore. It was just me, my brother, and my mom. And so that was hard, because I kind of felt like I lost both parents at the same time.
Yeah, that's understandable.
And so I, like, want to be able to mend that relationship with my dad, so I do have a relationship with, like, the living parent that I have.
Okay, let me ask you something. Is your brother Jack pretty close to your dad still, or no?
Yeah, they, like, talk a lot, but Jack doesn't really go and see him because he works full-time, and my dad rarely comes and visits us, so that's really hard, but I've noticed that, like, they communicate more, and, like, Jack kind of just pushes aside, like, what our dad does, and it's like, he's a grown man, he can do what he wants, but I mean, he can do what he wants, but it's affecting us at least me, in a negative way. And Jack and I kind of talked about it, but Jack usually just kind of brushes it off, like he doesn't want to talk about it.
Yeah, so you're having a little bit of trouble talking to your brother about how you feel about your dad.
Yeah, and that was, like, a big reason I came here, is because I really confide in my brother, but when we talk about, like, our mom and our dad, we usually, like, butt heads, and we just kind of push it under the rug so it doesn't cause problems.
All right, well, since this is the problem that seems to be giving you a lot of stress, I want to work with you through this problem. Maybe give you some, we could probably, I think the best thing for you to do, if it's hard for you to talk to your brother about this, since he just kind of brushes it off, have you thought about having a legit conversation with your father, telling him how you really feel?
I've never thought about it, but I'm open to it.
Yeah. What about, do you think that he would like acknowledge you and like listen to what you have to say?
I feel like he should. I don't see why he wouldn't, but there's always that possibility when you confront someone.
Yeah.
I think that's why I've been so
Mhm.
afraid to say something.
So, since you aren't seeing your father anytime soon, do you guys use any communication besides phone? Maybe like Skype or FaceTime at all?
Yeah, we FaceTime every now
Mhm.
and then.
Okay, well, so would you you said you were open to talking to your dad about how this affects you? Okay. Okay, we could I think that's a great idea to start with. I think it would be great for you to open up to your dad. I know it would be a little bit hard at the first time because I know you've held a little bit of anger back, and so maybe we could try role playing what you would want to say to him. I can be your father, and you can tell me how you feel about it.
Okay.
Do you feel comfortable with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So say that we are FaceTiming and you want to get off your chest about how you're having, how you're not really, you feel like there's been a void in your relationship between him.
Okay.
Go ahead and just, if you feel comfortable, just role play what you would say to him to me.
I'd probably say something like, I am really frustrated with you because you not only like abandoned mom, but I feel like you abandoned me and Jack. And Jack might not say anything to you about it, but I've been thinking about it for a really long time, and I've been talking to my social worker about it for a while, and I want to be able to like fix our relationship.
I think that's a great start. I think you did really good there. Do you think you could say that through FaceTime? I know it's a little different through FaceTime than it is in person.
Yeah, I almost prefer FaceTime because if it doesn't go well, then like we can end the conversation and kind of separate.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like when I go visit him, I like am always with him. I mean, I do have my own room to go to at his house, but it's just if it ends really badly, like I wouldn't want to be there. So I almost prefer FaceTime.
Yeah, I totally understand that. So my job, I'm trying to help you out here to get for you to have I'm trying to empower you to get out, say what you want to say to your father, because I know that it's been causing you a lot of stress. And I think the role play that we just did was very good. We might try it again in a couple of minutes to retry it. But when do you think you would want to have this conversation with your father?
I mean, probably like sooner than later, just because like Thanksgiving's coming up, and like I want to be able to like truly enjoy like time with him at Christmas.
Yeah, for sure. That's
and
totally
not have like this like burden like that I'm angry at him still.
Yeah. So you do visit him over Christmas?
Yeah. Jack and I will probably fly out and spend Christmas with him in California.
Okay, so we meet I think after Thanksgiving. Do you think that you would do this before Thanksgiving or a little bit after?
Yeah, I should probably do it before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Because then again, if it doesn't go well, like I have my family support to like talk to me through the holidays and stuff about it.
Yeah. Maybe we could go through the role play one more time. I want you to try to be more specific about what's going on in your heart and how you feel, how you've been struggling with your mother passing, and that it's really taken a toll on you, that he's not the same, in the same role as he used to be. So why don't you try it one more time with me? So you're FaceTiming during Thanksgiving or whenever you have a chance. What you would really want to say. I'm trying to be more specific so he knows how much this has been hurting you.
Okay. I would probably start off with, like, I really like using the word abandoned because that's how I really feel. Like, I feel like I was kind of, like, thrown on my own. And
Yeah.
I want him to know that he kind of just, like, was like, okay, mom died, bye.
Yeah.
And I almost want to be, like, that, like, not that, like, I don't know what the word I'm looking for, like, that descriptive and, like, that rude kind of, because I want him to understand how frustrated I am. So I'd probably say something like, you literally abandoned me and our family, and I just can't believe that you would even do something like that or anything similar to that. Like, it's just so frustrating to me, and it's so upsetting that you literally just left. And physically, mentally, emotionally, like, every aspect just, like, up and left. And now we're just, like, I want to go back to when, like, you were, like, the dad I went to for everything and the dad that I loved.
That was really good. That was really good. Good job. I think you're totally capable of doing this.
Okay.
I'm very proud of you. That was really good. That was very heartfelt. So how about we aim for you to do that in the next couple of weeks? And when I see you next, I really want to start targeting that same problem, and we'll talk about that. And I also want to talk to you more about your other problems that you're facing, the low self-confidence, and grieving with your mother still. Does that sound good?
Yeah, it sounds great.
All right. Well, it was great to meet with you again, and I
Yes.
hope you have a great break.
Thanks.
Yes. Bye.
Can I go over?
I think so.
Well, you could probably cut out some.